to a full-on child. Yes, it does. The way you squeeze and tease knocks me to my knees. A little smoking, baby, baby. The way you swerve, curve, really wrecks my nerves, and I'm so excited, child. Whoa, whoa, way you push, that you know that you're
You're gonna get your wish.
Well, they call me the fireman. That's my name.
Recruit Velasquez. So why do I want to be a firefighter? Well, it's a pretty long story actually. So it kind of goes back to the time when I was in high school. And my mom told me this story. It was close to graduation. She kind of asked me, what's my plan? You know, every parent has that plan. Wants to ask their kid that. And I told my mom that I took this pre-med, pre-EMT nursing class in high school. It kind of guided us along. I told her I wanted to be a firefighter before, but we obviously didn't have the funds. So I enlisted to get to that route. But she ended up telling me the story about when she was pregnant with me. There was a time where she actually went through some domestic violence with her significant other. And at that time, she ended up in the back of a vehicle, to say. And so firefighters actually managed to vouch for her and pull her out of the vehicle. Said that she needed urgent help, urgent medicine to attend to her. When they pulled her out, they kind of fought tooth and nail with the police department at that time. And it was at that time that she remembered every single face, every single person that was in that engine. But she pretty much told me that it was kind of destiny, and it kind of shocked her to just kind of hear from me that I wanted to kind of take that route. Long story short, progressed EMT paramedic to firefighter, and now I'm here with you guys, kind of in the long run.
Hi, this is paramedic fire recruit Ruben Estrada. I wanted to become a firefighter specifically because I've always, since I was really little, wanted to be, or I wanted to do something that was service-driven in the community. Growing up as a kid, my mother was in the public service as well, and more specifically on the police side. But watching her growing up and her being a great role model for me, it really first gave me an inkling of what I wanted to do later on in life. In particular though, I've been a paramedic now for 3 years, and then before that doing emergency EMT work for now a total of 7. And just through my experience with becoming a medic, I've noticed that within the fire departments, if I wanted to truly serve the community in a more all-encompassing way, that being a firefighter was going to do that for me. I know that, of course, the cliche answer is always save lives, protect property and the environment. But I think just on a more simpler note, becoming a firefighter just allows me to, one, practice my best qualities in myself, which is being compassionate, having passion, being positive. And I think on that simple note, if you can just help someone like move their car out of the road, right? Or you can change batteries in a smoke detector. You can, help a pet owner get their cat out of a tree. And I think that this job truly allows you just to be a good person and to practice that positivity that humanity, I think, really truly needs. I have a even more personal story. I have a family member of mine that passed away quite some time ago, and she unfortunately had fallen off of a ladder. And the services of the firefighter paramedics, along with the emergency staff, truly gave our family an ability to say goodbye. And I think watching that and seeing that, it really made me think, like, that's a moment that I want to give other people back in this life.
Everybody like to have what I got. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman. That's my name.
My favorite cadets and why? Well, of course, you, Bueller.
because you crushed it as a BC from like pre-academy. You had everything dialed, so laid back. It was awesome. I kind of am going to put two together because I got to say their names, a Natoli and a Franceschi, because they're Italian and I can say their name like that. And they're just awesome. Helped everybody out. Great leaders, good energy. I'd say Werther and Shannon I'm going to put together too because they just crushed it and kicked butt.
I have 4 favorites, so I guess it doesn't really make it a favorite. I liked BC Beeler because I think he did a good job leading all the cadets. I liked Franceschi because I thought he was a really, really good team player. And I won't tell the funniest story about Franceschi, but a little hint to it would be he really likes fire behavior. You can ask him about it later. I like Stelzner because he was always working. When everyone was just jaw-jacking, he was always working. And then Brown. Brown was good at everything. You only had to tell him to do something one time, and he immediately understood it. And he's going to make one heck of a fireman. And then my honorable mentions were Riley, Lucchese, Werther, and the Cobra. Sorry.
I like Shannon because he'd take a bullet for me. Plus, his dad would beat me up if I don't say him.
I've taken a lot of time to think about this, and honestly, probably lost sleep, maybe a year of my life. And it's mostly because of the pain that he continually brought to me on a regular basis, and that is Cadet Werther. He's my favorite cadet because he actually made me good at my job, which means that I had to coach him and discipline him and push him and correct him and teach him how to be a human. So I appreciate you, Cadet Werther, for being my favorite cadet because you were always at the top of my mind.
They call me the fireman.
Cadet Harper, Company 1. My favorite part of Academy would be at the end of Mod 2, seeing everyone complete it and no one go home. It was nice seeing that after Mod 1 and the weeks after that. So, yeah, it was great seeing everybody complete Mod 2 and come back the next day.
Cadet Lucchese. I'd have to say my favorite part of the academy was definitely going into the burn box for the first time, sitting down, got all your boys beside you, watching those flames roll over your head. One of the parts that I'll never forget the rest of my life.
Cadet Vieira. It was about 2 to 3 weeks into academy. We were getting our butts handed to us in Chief Baldwin's drill. We're doing interior attack, and it was hot. We were sweaty. We were all out of shape, and we were having a rough time. Morale was super low, and so I ended up whipping out my GoPro to get some footage. We were all just kind of chilling on the side after, and it ended up being a really good icebreaker. I think that was the first time that we kind of bonded as a company, or as like an academy, and I remember everybody just like joking around and being themselves. Finally, it was a good moment.
What will I never forget about 25-3? I don't know if I have like one solid memory, but each class has their own personality. And some classes bring a lot of personality and some just don't jive right. And 25-3 just had some pretty cool personality from my perspective. I liked that. I love when my job is easier in the sense of everybody works hard when they're with me and I don't have to constantly correct and nitpick stuff. So it just made it a lot more fun. And maybe just listening to you guys sing the songs whenever I played music.
All the ladders that got dropped.
When I was teaching one night PT and we were doing the cards, usually I teach that and we do it in companies and you're competing against the other companies. Well, in past years, once you were finished as a company, people just stopped and you were able to stop because you had finished. Well, this academy, instead of once you finished and they just stopped, they actually went and joined the people that were still working until every single company had finished. And I really like that about this academy because it just shows how tight they were as a group. And it also came from the top, came from BC Beeler, showing them how to do it and keep going until every last person was done. And yeah, it made me proud for this academy. And that's just something you can't really teach. So I really like that.
Well, I was hurt for most of this academy, so I don't have a whole lot of memories, but my best memory is when we did the interior 2.5 drill. This class, nobody quit. Everybody went hard. We sold some Buicks in the gravel. It was a good day.
This is Cadet Barry 25-3. One thing I'll never forget about this academy is how fast we grew to know each other. Like maybe the second week we were all just good friends at that point, and then we just continued to grow and bond with each other throughout the rest of the academy. And one thing I'll never forget about this academy is how we always encouraged each other to be better, and we were able to build off of each other. If one person was good at something, we were able to learn off of them and translate it to our own and be able to just take that and make ourselves better based off of everyone else and all their shared commitment towards learning and becoming just better firefighters in the end.
Cadet Lowry, the 25-3, Company 2. Something that I'll never forget in this academy is my fellow cadets, Shannon, Vieira, Heath, Natoli, everyone in my company. Those are guys that I plan to keep in touch with for the rest of my career. And I'll never forget watching Natoli light a scene.
That's my name.
Who would I not want dating my daughter? Whole class. Harper.
So who would I not want to let date my daughter? Harper, Dawson, both.
Oh, that's easy. It's Cadet Harper. That's a 1,000% absolutely never in a million years. Stay away. I will set up a security system, proximity sensors. Never, ever, 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 ever gonna date my daughter.
Yeah, that's Harper. Undoubtedly, that's Harper.
1, 2, 3.
Harper.
Harper, 100%. It would be Harper, John Dawson Harper. I wouldn't let him near my daughter.
That's pretty easy. I would say Harper. That's easy. Like, come on.
Who was the guy with that big mustache, that disgusting lip pillow? Harper? Harper.
Cadet Harper.
Definitely John Harper. Last name Harper. Put that into your head. Harper.
Someone I'll never let date my daughter. Oh, definitely Dawson. Dawson Harper.
Okay, state your name one more time. I had my finger in it.
Cadet Harper. Cadet J. Harper. Thank you.
Fighting! Out of our right corner, Austin the Gorilla Werner!
That's my word.
Fighting out of our left corner, none other than
No life for him.
Down Hell
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr.
Make eye contact with me.
Para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia pa' mí, pa' ti. Arriba y arriba, y arriba y arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán.
Ba ba bamba. Ba ba bamba. Ba ba bamba.
And then it just repeats. Para bailar la